Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down following the run. Second down, Bridgewater. That one complete to Anderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now back out comes the offense.
All right, now look at 56. Now let's go. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
The one running back is Gurley. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So 2nd and 10 here. They come up in an offset eye. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The play clock's running down, and they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's a sloppy beginning for them. An interception on their opening drive, and now a missed field goal here on drive number 2.
Doesn't feel like they've shown up yet. It's been a very flat start. And against a team like this, you just can't let that happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes the play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Memphis with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw on third and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, 77 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Boom!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain of 6 there.
Top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
5 yards to gain here on third down. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Two yards to go here on third down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Okay, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right. Set. Green 3.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
In the red zone this time.
Right. 4 down. Hurry up, hit him.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, got tight left. No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Hey, alert 3. No. Check. Patriot.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down following the incompletion. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll come out in the pistol. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Bridgewater on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And it's 4th down.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Shift together here from the D-line. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that is incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. The one running back is Gurley. Bridgewater to throw it. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare two-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Out of the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 yards there. And that'll give them a first down. They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that was a nice play by the defense, and it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players. Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Bridgewater now on second down. It's caught by Coleman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Let's go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock? As you noted, so many things to go through.
Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
It's Gurley. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. No gain that time, and it leaves them with third.
Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
He finds Coleman. And he's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Garrett Swanson now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And the Browns getting set to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.